agbára ńlá òtítọ́ tó ti sánmọ̀ méje wá. Agbára ńlá òtítọ́ tó ti sánmọ̀ méje wá. Agbára ńlá ló jẹ́, agbára ńlá ló jẹ́. Agbára ńlá òtítọ́ tó ti sánmọ̀ méje wá. Agbára ìṣẹ́gun ni fún wa. Ẹ̀tàn mọ́lẹ̀ òtítọ́, ẹ̀yin màlàíkà mímọ́. Ẹ̀tàn mọ́lẹ̀ òtítọ́, ẹ̀yin màlàíkà mímọ́. Ògo ni fún Baba, ògo ni fún Ọmọ. Ẹ̀tàn mọ́lẹ̀ òtítọ́, ẹ̀yin màlàíkà mímọ́. Ògo ni fún orúkọ rẹ̀. Ègbé ni f'Èṣù, ègbé ni fún Èṣù àti fúnṣẹ́ ọwọ́ rẹ̀. Ègbé ni fún Èṣù àti fúnṣẹ́ ọwọ́ rẹ̀. Bàbá ti gégùn fún, ọmọ ti gégùn fún. Ègbé ni fún Èṣù àti fúnṣẹ́ ọwọ́ rẹ̀. Ègbé ni fáwọn tó tẹ̀lé. Hallelujah. 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 So we're reading from the book of Habakkuk. This is one of the prophets of God that God used. And here is talking to us as the people about idolatry, the sin of idolatry, that how severe that sin is before God. It says, woe to him. When it says woe to him, what does it mean? Woe. We know woe represents a thing of sadness, sorrow, suffering, pain, anguish. It's like a curse. It's like saying that cursed is this person. So when it says woe to him, it means that person will be full of tears. That person will have an experience that will bring tears to their lives. Say, woe to him that coveted an evil covetousness to his house, that he may set his nest on high, that he may be delivered from the power of evil. What's he referring to here? It says people that coveted an evil covetousness. That means that they seek to be above everybody else, and they use evil to do it. They are covetous means that they're not satisfied with what God has given to them, so they go and find other means, either to make money, to become popular, to get positions. They use evil, powers of darkness. That's what I mean by coveted and evil covetous in his house. That was, he has employed the powers of darkness to his house because he's covetous. That means he's not happy with what God has given to him. He wants more than what God has given to him. And so he goes to join an evil gang, a cultist association, or the Ogboni, or anything like that. And many people do this in our country, even here. They have the lodge, they have all kinds of institutions, all kinds of occult societies for them to gain power, to gain control over people's lives, to be able to maintain. So they go and join other evil groups. So that person is cursed, so woe to him, so that he may set his nest on high. In other words, he will be above everybody else, that may be delivered from the power of evil. No. In other words, some people join cults so that nobody can kill them. Right? They go and join cults so that nobody can shoot them. They say it's for protection, and they go and join the cults. That's exactly what he's referring to here. And be deprived of the power of evil. But that evil that they want to get the powers of, is the same evil that will kill them eventually. But they don't know that. They're giving the false sense of security that, oh, once you join a group, nobody can kill you. Nobody can destroy your house. Nobody can come near your house. Nobody can take a position. They give them all these promises. But the Bible says, woe to that person. But that person is cursed on the earth. That person will end up in tears and suffering and anguish and pain. So we must be very careful. We must not believe all the lies that people tell us. Only God can protect. Only God can preserve. Because if you say you belong to a group that will protect you, there's going to be somewhere on this side another group that have more power than you. and they can easily change that your power and overcome it. So don't say, oh, I've done all this juju, nobody can kill me, nobody can do this. You haven't met another person who has better juju than you have. I remember one politician in Nigeria that they said he had done all these things to harm himself. So when they tried to kill him, they shot him. He didn't die, it didn't affect him. They caught him, nothing happened to him. So you know what they did? They opened his mouth and poured acid into his stomach. That's what killed him finally. Because they tried everything else. He had armed himself, all these things. But they found a way around it. What I'm trying to tell you, only God can preserve us. This is why many people join cults and groups. So protection, preservation. They don't want anything to harm near them. So they cannot trust God. So they go to employ and hire the forces of darkness. But the Bible says, woe unto them. So you have consulted shame to thy house by causing of many people, and has sinned against thy soul. See, when they employ all these forces, they don't know that they are sinning against themselves. In other words, they are going to reap the benefits of what they're doing. Many people join cults, and in those cults, they drink men's blood, women's blood. They use human flesh. That's what I mean by that. You have cut off many people. Human sacrifice, that's what they do in those cults. So that they can be rich. So they can be famous. So that the business can sell. You know? They consulted shame. What they did was bringing shame to their lives. But they don't know it at that stage. This is why suddenly you find people just die suddenly. Or their children die, or their wives die. But meanwhile, they're very successful. They've used those children, those wives for sacrifice. So for the stone shall cry out of the wall, and the beam out of the timber shall answer it. In other words, that person living in that house that has gotten through evil means, the stone that used to build that house will cry out. Cry out what? Cry out against the wickedness going on in that house. Do you know that some houses that you can't enter some rooms? They'll say, this one, you can't enter this room. Nobody can enter this room except the owner of the house. Maybe they've used one human being there, to make money ritual. Say, this room, nobody can enter. Only the owner has the key. See? That stone will cry out, and the timber, in other words, the house will answer it. In other words, what you are doing in this house is wicked. And they will cry out against the owner of that house. That means they're asking for judgment. When it says the stone cries out, it means that judgment is being cried out. Just like the blood of Abel cried from the ground. And God asked his son Cain, where is thy brother? And Cain said, am I my brother's keeper? And the Lord said, the blood of your brother has cried out from the ground. Do you know that blood has a voice? Because it's the life. So for the stone shall cry out of the wall, and the beam as the timber shall answer it. Woe, another woe now. Say another curse to him that what? That builds a town with blood, and established a city by iniquity. In many of our countries, what do we find people doing? Rituals. They kill many people. The next thing you know, they build a mansion. Even though all around their house are people who cannot eat 3 square meals a day. They go and build a mansion that even the richest people here cannot afford. They've used human beings by iniquity, by blood. Some people want to become senator. They say, go and bring a pregnant woman. Go and bring the breast of a woman. Go and bring the ear of a woman. You'll use sacrifice, you'll definitely get that position. How much? 500,000. Don't worry, I'll get it. Because they know that when they get there, they get more than that. See? They have built a town with blood and established a city by iniquity. So there are the gangs controlling the town. Like in Kwara State recently, remember how a gang of robbers went to the stand, killed about 30 people. And it was traced to one senator. One of them was traced to one senator. In fact, the Senate president. You see, that's what I mean by building a city by iniquity, by wickedness. You oppress everybody. Anybody that stands in your way, you shoot them. Say, woe to them. costs. Behold, is it not of the Lord of hosts that the people shall labor in the very fire, and the people shall weary themselves for every vanity? What is he trying to say? So it is the Lord that will punish these people. He's the one that they would weary. They will stay in the fire and weary themselves for very. I mean, as they will keep on working for something which has no value. God has put a curse upon them. You know, they work 16 hours a day and they eat like someone that only works 1 hour a day. How come? Somebody else works 5 hours and is comfortable. But you that you work 16 hours, you are still borrowing money. Because the Lord has punished them. He's put a curse on them because of their wickedness. See, when we do wicked things, we always forget that whatever we sow, we reap. You know, Satan has deceived many people that, it doesn't matter, nobody knows. You're going to be a big man, everybody will be crying to you, saying yes sir, yes sir, yes sir to you. You'll be very famous. He doesn't tell them the end. That one day, after you do all these things, they are going to end up in eternal fire. Where they will cut off your body into pieces and you will form again. See? For the earth shall be filled with the knowledge of the glory of the Lord as the waters cover the sea. You know, the waters covering the sea is so massive, all the oceans. God is saying there's going to come a time when this earth is going to be filled with the knowledge of the glory of the Lord. I mean, people all over the world will know the Lord. It will be a high knowledge of God, which is not as it is right now. It's not the same right now. Only few people will know of the glory of the Lord, but there will come a time when many people will know him. So woe unto him, another woe, that giveth his neighbor drink, that putteth the bottle to him, and maketh him drunken also, that thou mayest look on their nakedness. In other words, neighbors who put a stumbling block before their friends, they purposely tempt them to do things that will expose them. See, they give them a drink, make them drunk, they put off their clothes and start laughing at them. See, it's a warning to those people. People who deliberately go of their ways to expose the nakedness of their friends and their neighbors. There are people like that. They deliberately take action to spoil other people's reputation, to destroy them in deliberate acts. God says their costs. So you are filled with shame and for glory. Drink you also, and let your foreskin be uncovered. So the same thing that they're planning for those people who happen to them. The cup of the Lord's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spoon shall be of thy glory. In other words, as they're making people vomit, so the cup of the Lord's anger, they will drink that cup, and they will start vomiting as well. That glory be vomited out. So whatever a man sows, that he shall also reap. For the violence of Lebanon shall cover thee, and the spoil of beasts which made them afraid, because of men's blood, and for the violence of the land of the city, and all that dwell therein. In other words, all those people doing evil, the same evil they've done, will go back on their heads, because they've shed innocent blood. Excuse me. What does it profit the man, the graven image, the maker has graven it, the molten image, and the teacher of lies? But the maker of his work trusted therein to make dumb idols. In other words, what do they gain? People who worship idols. How can you worship something that you yourself made with your own hands? You are the maker of this wooden idol. Yet, after making it, putting gold over it, painting it, you now bow down to it and say, oh, save me. How foolish can people be? But people do that. In many countries of the world, like in India, Asia, people make gods that they worship. They go and buy them in the market, these Buddhist gods. And each house has their own Buddhist god. And they pour milk onto them, they give them food, they do all kinds of libations to worship them. Something they bought in the markets. And they make prayers to them, they make sacrifices to them, they burn incense to them, and they say, oh, this God, let's pray to this God. This God will save us. How can that be? Something that you created with your own hand. How can that be your God? That's what it's saying. They make dumb idols, Others that cannot speak, dumb. In Yoruba, they're called Orisha. What does Orisha mean? It means Ngotasha, or something that you picked up and made into one whole. We pick this here, we pick that there, we put them together, and then it becomes Orisha. And that Orisha, you begin to worship it. How foolish people are. Say, one to him that says to the wood, see, awake, to the dumb stone, arise. He shall teach, behold, it's laid over with gold and silver, and there is no breath at all in the midst of it. That was all idolaters are cursed. But in many places, they still do it. They still worship idols. Our God is not an idol, He's a spirit. So those who worship Him must worship in spirit and in truth. He's not a God that you can touch or feel or see. No. It is your spirit that will connect with the spirit. See, all these candles we're using is just symbolic of the light of God. It is not God that we're bowing down to. No. Is spirits which you cannot see. That's why God told Moses, said, don't make any image. If you're going to do an altar, do it an altar of earth. That's it. Don't put anything on it. Don't put chisel stones. Don't make it look special. No. Because I don't want your eyes to be on that altar. I want you to be on me. It is your spirit that's worshiping me, not the altar. See? Many people have a picture of Jesus, they're bowing down to it, all this nonsense. No. Who knows how Jesus looked like? Nobody. How can you be bowing down to a picture of Jesus or saying this is Jesus? It's rubbish. Nobody knows. Nobody, even if they knew how Jesus looks like, he's not in that picture. So don't bow down to anything like that. It's a spirit. I know many Catholics do this. They carry this picture of Jesus everywhere, the statue of Jesus. They start bowing down, kissing the statues. Catholics, they kiss them, they bow down to them. They have all these idolatrous practices. And you wonder, because they're supposed to be Christian. Yet, they're the ones that worship these images more than any other Christian. The image of Mary, image of Jesus. They say they take it to one house. That house will be 1 week. They remove it, they take it to another house. Thinking that they'll be blessed. That is pure idolatry. Say, but the Lord is in His holy temple. Let all the earth keep silence before Him. See? The Lord is in His holy temple. You cannot see Him, but He's here with us. He is here with us as He's speaking. Said, because the Lord is omnipresent, everywhere presence. So don't say, I'll wait till the Lord gets here before I pray. No. Right there and then, and the boss, you can pray to God and He will answer you. Even if you're at the bottom of the sea, He is there. If you're in the sky traveling on your plane, He's there. The all-knowing, all-present, all-powerful God. Everywhere presence. So we don't need to make an idol and say this is God and begin to bow down to it. No, no, no. No. God is a spirit. And we must worship Him with our spirits. Thank God for His word today. May God deliver us from idolatry. May He deliver us from covetousness. From this shedding of blood. From using our hands to build our cities with iniquity. This message is very relevant to Nigeria in particular. Because nowadays, because of money, many people have shed innocent blood to build their houses. And the beams of those houses are crying out against them. Crying out for judgments. That person that you killed, that child that you killed, to make your money, to make your church grow, is crying out against you. Just like the blood of Abel cried out against Cain. And Cain became a vagabond. God judged him and sent him out of His presence from that moment on. May that not be a portion. May God bless holy words. Amen.